Core values have been proven to be key to high performance in business. This video is part of a series showing you what ours are and why they matter to mindfulness in business. Today, we're talking about excellence, so stay tuned. So organizations are facing one of the biggest challenges. What should I say to my team today? What would be just the right thing that would get them in the right place? A group of about 8 people from each area of my last business were standing around looking at an extraordinary and beautiful custom wood door that we had just made. It was nearly complete and it was scheduled to ship the next day. For most people, the door looked exquisite, but there was an internal problem that few would notice. Due to the large size of the panel and the grain of the individual pieces of wood, there had been a heated debate about whether or not this particular piece of the door would warp and fail out in the field after a few months, after a few years, or possibly never. The sales rep for the customer announced, "Just ship it the way it is. If there's something wrong, we can always fix it later." There were many nods and grunts of agreement around the circle. My plant manager and our most senior woodworker were both silent, staring at the piece of wood. Each of them had more than 30 years of experience working with wood doors, and neither one of them looked convinced to me. Everybody in the company wanted to get this door out, to stay on schedule, and to avoid overtime on this absolutely beautiful spring day. Our plant manager finally spoke, asking the question, "If we're as busy as we are right now, how can we handle fixing this door if it comes to that? And what kind of a referral are we going to get from the customer if this panel needs to be replaced in its first year out in the field?" "It's wood," said our engineer. "It's not supposed to be perfect." "We'll just add more cost to the door now," announced our cost accountant. Our 2 senior craftsmen were still silent and not convinced. Who here wants to bet their paycheck that this door will be service-free 1 year from now? Asked, of all people, my delivery man. No hands in the group went up. Then why are we shipping this to our customer? We all believe that there's a possibility that's high that will require rework. "I don't want to put my name on that," said our delivery man. "I'll come in tomorrow morning to help the finishing team put the panel back in the door if someone volunteers to stay an extra hour tonight to get this right the first time." As the leader, I was listening and watching all of this transpire. It was at this exact point that I knew that our core value of excellence was being embraced by my entire team. Excellence is not about perfectionism, but rather about knowing when you have done enough and following a process to ensure that your standards have been met. This is exactly what our team had been doing during their debate. Excellence is also knowing what is required in any particular situation and doing that to the best of your ability, regardless of whether others are watching you. This team also did that. They weren't playing strictly by the odds. If they were, they would have shipped that door as is. The actual chance of failure in the field was about 30 to 35%. If we were in a different market, that may have been acceptable, but it didn't meet our company's standards, and our low service rates were part of our brand identity. Our team was not going after perfect. Otherwise, we'd probably never ship anything because you can always improve. But they were going after excellence by knowing what our standards were and applying them consistently. Similarly, mindfulness is not about perfection. It's about knowing what your standard is and giving it your best in that particular moment. It's much easier to define what excellence is when you're talking about a product, though, than it is when you're talking about being mindful in a moment. If you're new to being mindful, perhaps just picking a few times per day to apply being mindful and making a commitment to grow that a few minutes over time to a few hours per day is excellent. For someone more practiced, excellence may mean becoming aware very quickly when your attention has wandered from the present moment. Yet for others, it may mean committing to a process of learning to being more present in a specific situation, such as a one-on-one weekly check-in with your team. Today, right now, if you were to define excellence and what it means for you in terms of being a mindful leader, what would that be? We're putting the challenge out to you to put some thought into it. So leave us some comments below. We'd really love to hear what you think, or any questions that you might have about applying excellence to being a mindful leader. And if you haven't done so, please check out our website at theeagleinstitute.com. The link is in the cards for this video, in the notes below, and in the bloopers at the end of this video. Nope, a little to the right, just to the, now up, yeah, there, we've got it. Who are you and why are you here? Hi, this is Kira from the Eagle Institute. My last door made these business. About to share our core values, or at least one of them. Excellence. Excel. Excellence. What on earth does that have to do with mindfulness?